It's a very simple movie with a simple plot, but if let me think. Read different, I would try to learn different languages.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. See,
Okay,
and
that's a good way. This is how we should think.
yeah, and so first, I would not like to work my entire life to support my living expenses.
Will you resign the It's a science fiction romance. Is that comedy?
No.
Yeah, there is no comedy. Hello, buddies. You're watching Melody with Maddie, and welcome to another episode of the Kino Kumpels, the movie talk show. And we have a special guest speaker jumping from book club to movie club, and she's going to recommend one beautiful movie to us. And let's hear from the guest speaker. So, yeah,
Hello.
it was a short intro because they already know you.
Okay. Hi, this is Vasvi. So, as you might know, I am a frequent member of the book club, and I'm so happy to present my views about the movie that I'm going to talk about. So, yeah.
Yeah, our movie club name is different. So book club name is Your View on Book. So she's still in book club mode. Our movie club is Kino Kumpels, and the same we kept for movie talk show. Yeah, so let's talk about your origin story as well here. From when did you discover movies, and how long have you been watching movies, and what's your favorite genre of movies?
Okay. So I don't even remember from what time I've been watching movies, because ever since I was a kid, there was some movie during the weekends that was playing on the television. I also frequented movie theaters with my parents as a kid. My favorite genre of movies would be suspense thrillers and romance.
So roughly, how many movies you would have watched, and which language movies you watch more often?
Yeah. So it's difficult to keep a count, but I would say definitely more than 300 to 400 movies I might have watched. Uh, I watch movies of English and Hindi predominantly, but yeah, there are a couple of movies that I've watched that I were in other languages, but they were so good that I just watched them in the by reading the subtitles.
Okay, so you happen to be a book reader as well. So this is one question that always bothers the bibliophiles as well as the movie aficionados. So the movies which are adapted from books, especially being a reader, people bibliophiles used to read, and also they are curious about watching the movie. So how many books have you read, and you have went on to watch the movie adaptations, and how were they? Were they good or bad? Give us some popular examples and your experience.
Okay. So it really depends, like if the book is properly adapted into the movie or not, if the movie would turn out to be good or not. So some examples that I could think of would be Harry Potter. So I enjoyed reading the books a lot. The movies I feel did a lot of justice to the books, but then again, covering the entire book in a 3 hours slot, there were certain scenes that were like very close to me in the books, and then they missed it in the movies because of time constraints, obviously. So that's one thing. But yeah, one more book, like Fault in Our Stars is my favorite book, and the movie adaptation was also really good. Having said that, this one book called Percy Jackson, which I read, and I feel the movie does any justice to that that book. Yeah. So
Despise the movie. Okay. Any other popular examples? Because there's so many books. I think this year also we had quite a few releases. So have you followed them watching the movie after reading the book?
Yeah, so I read It Ends With Us also, I think last year.
Okay.
And then I was really excited about the movie. And I feel like the movie has done justice to the book.
Lived up to your expectations?
Yes, definitely did.
Okay. Okay, cool. Now, coming to our main topic. So, what is the movie that you're going to recommend to our viewers?
Yes, so the movie that I have chosen for today's podcast is The Age of Adeline.
Okay. Yeah, The Age of Adeline is 2015 romance fiction, I guess. I haven't watched the movie, so all my questions are going to be from the point of view who hasn't watched the movie. So it's rated 7.2, and it's a good romance fiction, is what Google claims. Let's hear what she says. Okay, tell us first the story of the movie.
Okay. So it's about this woman named Adeline, and when she was 29 years old, she met with an accident in which she drowned and died. But miraculously, at the same time, she was struck by lightning, and that saved her life. But surprisingly enough, after that incident, she hasn't aged. So this movie spans about 8 to 9 decades in which this woman has not aged.
Okay. So, how about it's just about this woman, or are there any other characters? So, and you say that she has this acquired this power in an accident, right? So, what does she do after this? What kind of experience did she accept the power, or like what happens in the story?
Okay, so this movie also has another character, her daughter named Fleming. And this, so how we come to know that this woman is not aging is through her daughter only, because at the time of the accident, the daughter was 5 years old, but the daughter continues growing, obviously, and the mother still stays the same age. So at first, it was not a problem. But then like the people around her began to notice that she's not aging, and then somehow it became a problem, and she made some difficult decisions during that time.
Okay. It reminds me of this The Man from the Earth. I guess that movie also deals with the same concept where it's a man there. So here it's a woman. So it is a romance fiction, right? How they use the romance genre in this science fiction concept, especially for a woman character.
Okay, so as you see, this woman has lived so many decades, and she has been lonely for most of them. And obviously, she decides that to conceal her power, she needs to change her identity and run away every time people try become suspicious. Okay, so it's not very easy to find love or to fall in love, and there have been instances in the past where she had declined the offers, or where she has not gotten herself involved a lot because she knew that there was no future. But then this guy called Ellis, he comes in her life, and it suddenly changes. And for the first time, she thinks that she can take the risk and maybe tell him that what power she holds, just to be with him, no matter how small time that might be. Okay, so and this character, he's a very he's the kind of character who just who has a very powerful impact on this woman, right?
Charisma.
Yeah, he's very charismatic. Yeah. So yeah, he would be like the ideal boyfriend kind of a character. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. So you are a writer as well, and how good you like the writing, and the concept is unique, right? So through an accident, a woman acquires. That's the logline for you. Through an accident, woman acquires power of immortality, and she doesn't age. And is it a blessing or a curse? That's the concept. And how well they have written, and from what you have told, we see at least two characters: the boyfriend as well as the main character, which is the woman, and the boyfriend, and then the daughter. And how significant were their roles? Are there any other supporting characters as well? And have they kept it engaging? So it's a is it like a suspense, or it's a drama? Like there are some dull moments, and they are needed because they develop the character of this woman as well as the other characters. So how good is the writing?
Yeah. So I feel the writing is pretty good. Uh, there have been moments. So this woman has run away for her entire life, right? And then she meets some people from her past. So obviously those people have aged, but they still recognize the woman, and that creates kind of a dilemma. So I'll not give any spoilers. But yeah, that thing happens, and the movie becomes very interesting from that point on.
Okay. Okay. So, I'm gonna guess it. So, is the woman character your favorite character? But yeah, if it's so, then tell us one other favorite character apart from the protagonist, which is the lady, and what's the name of the woman? So yeah,
What's the name of the?
character.
Uh, so the movie's name is Age of Adeline.
Oh,
The character's name is also Adeline.
okay.
Yeah. So I think yeah, Adeline did a pretty good job. But apart from that, I also really like the character of Ellis because
Who's the boyfriend?
yeah, who's the boyfriend? Because
At that age, like, so, are they in their 20s? Is the boyfriend in 20s in the movie, or like he's in the 30s, 40s?
so the boyfriend is also in his late 20s, early 30s.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's another character who's the boyfriend's father. Okay. And the person, so he the when the boyfriend makes Adeline meet his parents, the character is shocked to see the woman. Okay, so he tells him that earlier he used to date another woman, and
Looks
her
same.
who looked same, and her name was also Adeline. So obviously now this person constantly changes her names, right? So she meets him with a new identity. So she tells him that Adeline was his mother and she died long ago. But yeah, that twist also comes in this.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I think you've revealed, spoiled this.
So this is also in the trailer, so I've not spoiled it. Yeah.
Okay, coming to the, it's good that you mentioned. So, when we have a drama with a science fiction, so there's going to be a twist, especially in a plot like this, right? So, are there too many twists, or is it, what do you say? Is it so optimal that it engages you and it kind of pulls you towards the world building of the movie?
So I would not say that it has a lot of twists. It's a pretty straightforward, simple story, and it discusses that dilemma that is aging really, if not is not aging really that good, because this woman, she's been gifted to stay 29 forever, but that has become a curse for her. So it tries to explore that concept.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Time for the fun event. I mean, fun section. So now, the same concept, right? Imagine that, fortunately, you'll not get into any accident. You are given that power, that power to not age and become immoral. So, first things, the first two or three items that you'll do if you are given the power of immortality, not aging.
Okay. So first, I would not like to work my entire life to support my living expenses.
Will you resign the?
So I'll think about my financial stability. I'll try to make some investments so that I can benefit from them in the future and continue enjoying my youth without having to work. Right? The next thing is I would love to travel the world. I would like to read different. I would try to learn different languages.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. See,
Yes,
and
that's a good way. This is how you should think.
yeah, and yeah, I would try to have as many experiences as I can.
Okay. Yeah. So, one out of syllabus question here. So, both books, reading, and traveling. Okay. There are so many places to travel, and there are so many books to read. Do you think one lifetime would be enough uh, for an individual to travel and to read books? Will it be enough to read all? It'll not be enough, but I'm saying.
Yeah, it will definitely not be enough. But again, like it depends on your passion. So I think if you're passionate enough, then you can make the maximum use of one lifetime and do all the things that you love.
Okay. Yeah, that's the question we ponder upon in our book club, because there's so many books, and imagine the movies and the places. So that's good. So the second fun question. Now that you know the movie, she has watched the movie, and I have not watched. Some of you might not have watched. Some of you may have watched. So if you would like to change something in the movie, like instead of she doing this, she could have done that, or instead of this character coming into her life, another character could have come. Right? as a writer, creator, if you want to change something in the movie, uh, what will you do?
Okay, so I think I'll add in more plot twists to the movie because she's lived such a long life, so she might have had so many experiences. So if the movie could be made a little bit longer, then I could maybe add some more characters from her past life and how they've impacted her.
Okay. Okay, nice. Okay, coming to the selling point now. Now we have to convince our viewers they should right away, like, even stop watching our interview and jump into the. It's available on Amazon Prime as of now. So right now you have to sell the movie in such a way that they should stop watching our interview and go watch the movie.
Okay, so I feel this movie is for everyone. Okay, so if you are a romance freak or if you like a movie that has a bit of science fiction to it, you can definitely go and watch this movie. It it makes you ponder. It makes you question your own thoughts. Like everybody wants to stay young, but if you are given that boon, how are you going to take it? So I think you should, yeah, definitely go and check out this movie.
Okay, so you mentioned a point. Everybody wants to be young. That is true, but I can give some tips. But from you, give us some. I think we cannot give the superpower to you guys, but we can give some tips to stay young. So, from as a reader and a person who watches movies and who likes to travel, you will obviously would have learned a lot of things. So, one aspect or couple of tips that you can give for people to stay young at all ages, what could you give?
Just stay enthusiastic even about the smallest things. Okay. So I think if that enthusiasm shows up in your personality, then you can never get old, no matter what your age is.
Okay. Yeah, she has nailed the point. I mean, I could have not been very clearer. Yeah, you should be enthusiastic. I mean, from my side, I would say, uh, what? I mean, it's always in the heart, but scientifically, if you see, there is no mind here. Mind is here. So if you think you're a kid here, don't throw tantrums, but stay young. And a kid will always be enthusiastic and curious to know things. So that's how you have to be. Try to learn as much possible, new stuff, new words, watch new movies, new series, do something that you've never done before. So you'll always stay young at any age and read a lot of books. That is one way to keep yourself young. Okay. How was the experience jumping from the book club to movie club? So, movie club we usually, watch have watch parties. We watch movies together, and we've been doing events from last year. This year we are trying to pick that up, but here mostly we are doing this talk shows. And how is it this experience coming to a video talk show and talking about your favorite movie?
Yeah, it was good. And like, I'm really excited to be a part of the movie club, like, watch some movies together. And see, in both the books and in the movies, there's some element of curiosity, there's some element of what will happen next. So that's common across both the domains. It was really fun coming here for the second time and talking about
First
the
time
movie.
for movie club.
First time for the movie club and talking about the movie that I recently watched and really liked.
Okay, okay. So she was like selecting so many movies and throwing so many movies at me. All of them I haven't watched, but I wanted her to stick fun. So she stick to this. What is the movie name?
The Age of Adeline.
Yeah, The Age of Adeline. I don't know why I can't remember the three word. So it's a 2015 movie, 1 hour 52 minutes. It's available in Amazon Prime, and yeah, it's a science fiction romance. Uh, is that comedy?
No.
Yeah, there is no comedy. So science fiction romance, and Vasvi says that it's a really good movie, a woman protagonist movie. And I have what do you say? I am impressed, and I would like to watch it. I have so many. I'm still watching Dead Boys Society, recommended by Zygam in first episode. Okay, thank you so much, Vasvi. We hope that you will return to both the book club interview shows as well as movie club interview shows.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to present more movies in this podcast.
Thank you. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode. We'll have more number of book talk shows and movie talk shows with our club members. And yeah, I'll catch you in another live stream video podcast. Until then, I'm Maddie Dawson signing off with.
I'm Vasvi.
You are Vasvi only.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, bye-bye.